Hi, welcome to Vishnu Ias Academy. Today, we are going to discuss the most controversial and the most recent judgment of Supreme Court that has been making rounds in the country. That is temporal and spatial analysis of abortion laws with special reference to India. Abortion laws, we don't learn anything from the blue. We learn abortion laws today just to make sure that it is a very recent happening. So, why do we learn this topic? In this video, we will first know what we will learn in this video. Here, especially in this video, we are going to discuss about the significance. Anything that we learn today for UPSC should be known. You have to know which paper we are reading for and what is the significance, where can we use them. So here the significance, why to read abortion laws, we read it for paper like GS2. So in GS paper 2, we have something called Justice, Women, so we will read in it. So we'll learn about the significance in this video. Second, why it is in news as of today. Next, we'll learn about abortion rules all over the world. Whenever we learn something, we learn it not in isolation. We compare it with developed countries, developing and underdeveloped countries. So it is that anything we learn in comparison and make sure where we stand in the world rules. Okay. Next, we learn about historical perspective. There was a medical termination of pregnancy act in 1971 and amendment was brought in 2021. So we'll learn about it today. So, and what is the recent judgment all about? What was the distinction that it was making and how the Supreme Court read the law? It is all about this. So when we learn about the significance of Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act, here something very important we should know. See, every day in India, about 8 women die of complications related to unsafe abortions. Here it is that, deaths happen due to various reasons in the country. So here when every day we lose 8 women due to unsafe abortions and all, the maternal mortality rates get affected. Maternal mortality rate is a parameter that shows the standard of living health parameters of a country. So when India's maternal mortality rate is high when compared to countries like compared to the countries of neighboring countries, so it should be known that in order to tackle this maternal mortality rate, we should be tackling this death of 8 women every day. So here when you see the cost for maternal mortality rate, abortion, unsafe abortion stand at 3rd leading cause. This is a very disastrous fact that we should be knowing. So here when we take National Family Health Survey of 2019 to 21, 55% of abortions carried out by doctor and about 27% are performed by women herself at home. Actually, this abortion is something like a taboo in many countries, and it depends on the social factors that a country is facing, that a social system that as a country is built. These things have a behavioral change pattern, this will have an impact over the behavior. So here when we talk about abortions in India, especially, there are 55% abortions take by doctor. That means the other half are by unsafe methods and in unsafe hands, which will lead to health complications of women, and also her reproductive health will get affected to a large extent. So here when we see, according to UNFPA State of World Population Report 2022, between 2007 and 11, about 67% of abortions in India were categorized as unsafe. This is a huge number, one should be seeing it. Actually, what will happen due to unsafe abortions and when we don't give the right to a woman to decide her reproductive rights? It is that woman should be the one sole and whole person who should be deciding what to do with her reproductive age, what contraceptives she might be using, education about what contraceptive to be used, and the number of children to have, and to have the child or to abort the child. It is the whole and sole responsibility of a woman to decide. When we learn about the significance, we should understand one point. In a country like India, recently there has been a report regarding gender inequality. In that report, it is said that it will take more than 197 years to get the equality in the South Asia. That means equality has 4 parameters according to the World Economic Forum. So here, I'll tell you one thing. See, when we talk about equality, it is not only equality economically and politically. It is economically, it is equality socially. So when we talk about socially, people, I mean, women should have right to decide what to do with her, what to do with her reproductive age and how she can proceed about it. So here one thing, when we talk about India, these are the facts that you should keep in mind, and this is a very significant judgment that will impact all these parameters. And when we come to worldwide, as I said, this is a temporal and spatial analysis. Here when we talk about the world, according to World Health Organization, according to World Health Organization, 23,000 women die of unsafe abortion each year, and tens of thousands experience more health complications. This is that one should keep in mind. So when we say temporal and spatial, here we talk about world. What is the perspective of world regarding abortions? It is that according to World Health Organization, around 23,000 women die of unsafe abortions each year. Tens of thousands experience more health complications. It is that 23,000 women are dying just due to a decision to abort, a decision that women should be taking, and due to the social factors, countries are curbing on abortion laws. So here it is that one should be very broad in understanding this topic. It is that in order to, one should understand it is a right of a woman to take a reproductive decision. So here around 45% of abortions are unsafe, of which 97% of these 45% are taking place in developing countries. Now you understand what is the stage of developing country regarding to the rights of a woman. So when you write an essay, you can quote this as a solid facts which will add value to your essay. There are many essays that would ask for women empowerment and all. Here why it is in news as of today. So here recently there was a judgment regarding medical termination of pregnancy 2021 amendment, which was given. Actually, while speaking about this judgment, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud has said that the law should not decide the beneficiaries of a statute based on narrow patriarchal principles about what constitutes permissible sex. It was told by Justice D.Y. Chandrachud. Actually, here what happens is that in this recent case, this was told by Supreme Court, all women, married or unmarried, have the right to safe and legal abortion. Here, Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act 1971, we will learn in a while. We will make a difference of it. So beforehand, I'll just explain the things to you in clear. See here, there was a distinction that was made for married and unmarried women, because Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act 1971 does not make a differentiation between married and unmarried women. It is like the law is only for married women. It inserts a stereotype that sexually active women are only married women. So here Justice D.Y. Chandrachud said that a bench presided by him held that all women are entitled. All women here holds the significance. Entitled to legal abortion. Delhi High Court has taken unduly restrictive view in July regarding 25-year-old woman who was unmarried and pregnant. Here the story is a woman of 25 years old has approached Delhi High Court saying that she had a consensual sex with her partner, of which she has decided to get pregnant, and after she was pregnant, the spouse was not willing to be a father to the kid. So she decided to get aborted. So then she approached the Delhi High Court, where Delhi High Court was making a difference between husband and partner. This is one thing one should keep in mind. Here, Delhi High Court was saying that person was not husband, so you have no right of getting aborted or something like that. Then Supreme Court highlighted MTP Act of 2021, substitution of word husband by partner. Here, this was mentioned in this section. Here, that person, married or unmarried, it was a consensual sex and he was a partner. Here, one thing we should keep in mind is that a woman has a right to abort even with her without the permission of her spouse. But a spouse forcing the women to abort or to have the kids, it comes under domestic violence. This is presided in like IPC section 312 and 313 talks about this. Okay, a woman has a complete right to abort, to have children, or to have the pregnancy, or to abort the pregnancy. Spouse has no right to force her to abort or to have kids. Here that Supreme Court was involving in it. This is the news that is happening. So next we will go for abortion rules all over the world. Actually, we just now has learned about the significance, and also not only in India but also the world. So here when we make rules, it is that the social factors that plays a major role in accepting a rule, or you rejecting a rule. Actually, here what happens is all over the world there are different countries that make different laws for the people. So here countries with fewer restrictions regarding to abortion laws are from Japan to India, most of Europe, Canada, Australia, there are few restrictions other than gestational limits. In India, we will know about the gestational limits and all, when to, there are certain parameters that you should follow, but there are gestational limits. That means before 20 weeks, 20 to 24 weeks, that we'll learn in a while. So, countries with abortion is illegal. In whatever the situation, the abortion is illegal. According to Center for Reproductive Rights, a global legal advocacy organization, actually this can be as a prelims question this year. So, what is our Center for Reproductive Rights? Is a global agency or it's an NGO? You can they can frame a question here. So, be careful. Reproductive organization, there are 24 countries where abortion is completely prohibited. Some of them are Andorra and Malta in Europe, El Salvador and Honduras in Central America, Egypt in Africa, Philippines and Laos in Asia. So these are the countries where abortion is illegal. So we have another set of countries where significant restrictions have been placed. So 50 plus countries in this world where and regions permit abortions only when women's health is at risk. This include Libya, Iran, Indonesia, Venezuela and Nigeria. So these are the three types of countries that we see regarding the abortion laws. Based on the abortion laws and the restriction placed on them, we can divide them into three. The countries which have fewer restrictions, the countries with where the abortion is illegal, and the countries where you have significant restrictions. So next we will go for difference between when we say the historical perspective. So here we learn about Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act 1971 and Medical Termination Amendment Act of 2021. Okay, here we will see the significant difference that is made in these laws. During 1971, the indications are only applies to married women. While coming to 2021, it is unmarried women also covered. Here, I already told in the last slide that it was read as husband, not husband, and is a partner. Okay, the spouse. So here, when it was in 1921, the medical termination, reproductive rights were only there for married women. But in 2021, it was a reproductive right of not only married but also unmarried women. While coming to the gestational age limit, whatever might be the circumstance, it was only 20 weeks. What are the circumstances one could face? Rape, minor victim getting a thing, and fetal abnormalities. See, these are the three cases in which a woman wants to get terminated, like abort her pregnancy. So, during 1971, the gestational time limit was only 20 weeks. While coming to the 2021, they were made into three gestational limits that were before 20 weeks, 20 to 24 weeks and more than 24 weeks. So, while coming to 2021 Act, it is we made three distinctions in the gestational age limit. They are less than 20 weeks, 20 to 24 weeks and more than 24 weeks. Okay, here the time limit, it is that 24 weeks for rape survivors, beyond 24 weeks for substantial fetal abnormalities. So here what will happen is in 1971, for all indications, like whatever it may be married or for married women, whatever might be the circumstances, only the woman can get terminate abort her pregnancy before 20 weeks. While coming to 2021, they have divided it into three categories. Okay, before 20 weeks, 20 to 24 weeks and about 24 weeks. Here, medical practitioners' opinions required for termination. It was that in order to abort, a woman should take permission of medical practitioners, registered medical practitioner. According to 1971 Act, one medical practitioner till 12 weeks and two registered medical practitioners required till 20 weeks. While coming to 2021 Act, this number has changed. One registered medical practitioner is enough till 20 weeks. If it is about between 22 to 24 weeks, then we should be consulting two registered medical practitioners. While medical board will be constituted for approval of a pregnancy which is more than 24 weeks. Okay, these are the differences that we see in 1971 and 2021 Amendment Act. See, these are the progressive steps one go while we evolve. Okay, here we only talked about married women, while it is 2022, the situations, the social system in which we are living gets changed, and every woman are recognized, and the rights of women are getting evolved, and we need equality. So here this thing got converted to like unmarried women are also entitled to have reproductive rights. Here, while coming to the gestational age limit, based on the just to save life we can do anything. So here it is before 20 weeks. Here we have made it into 3 according to the convenience. Next, here the opinion of registered medical practitioner also got changed. Like here we have to take till 12 weeks, it was 1, and for two registered medical practitioners required till 20 weeks, while here till 20 weeks it was 1, and 20 to 24 it is 2 registered medical practitioners, and about 24 weeks only when there are fetal abnormalities we constitute a medical board in order to get approval for abortion rights. Next, here the recent judgment, here what Supreme Court said on abortion rights. Rights available to married women under Medical Termination Act of 1971 to abort fetus will also be available to unmarried ones. This is a very significant step of Supreme Court towards the rights of a woman. So here the distinction between married and unmarried women under the abortion law is artificial and constitutionally unsustainable, and perpetuates the stereotype that only married women are sexually active. This is a stereotype that society holds and is a taboo that holds. So here Supreme Court has said this perpetuates a stereotype that only married women will have sexual intercourse and they're sexually active. So this was the recent judgment of Supreme Court. So here, while okay, this video is all about women and her choice and my body, my choice, that a woman should have her right of her own body and her choice to hold or abort the baby depending upon the situations. Okay, access to education, actually reproductive rights. What are reproductive rights? One should be really aware of. So this entire discussion was about the rights of a woman. So here, access to education and information about contraception and sexual health should be given right to a woman. Decide whether or not what contraceptive to use, what or whether to use or not, it was a decision of a woman. Choose whether and when to have children, the number of children, it is a decision of a woman. The right to choose safe and legal abortion is also right of a woman. Here, right to privacy and also reproductive rights come under Article 21 of the Constitution, and Directive Principles of State Policy also speaks about maternity leave and all. So when you read topics such as this can be used not only in GS papers but while writing essays, and more importantly to understand the society, where it evolves, how it evolves. Okay, Supreme Court judgments can help you write better answers to to shape you into a good individual and a better citizen as well. So when you see this PPT, you should understand. We'll be providing you the PPT in the description box. If you want, you can take it. And the facts that are provided here, you can quote it in your papers to strengthen your strengthen your arguments. Okay, this paper can be used. These statements can be used for women empowerment related topics, justice, and all. So thank you and good luck.